So I recently did a video on 3 simple vodka drinks. This is handy during a time like this, if you're under a quarantine or anything like that, stuck inside, and you have limited resources. I also said that I was going to do some involving other liquors, which is exactly what I'm going to do. This one being the case, I am going to focus on rum. Rum, like a Bacardi Superior here, is pretty easy to find. It's pretty versatile, and there are a lot of simplistic drinks that you can make with it. So, that being said, the drinks that I'm going to make today feature rum, of course, but they feature limited ingredients. Ingredients that are easy to find and, well, easy to put together. Now, some of these cocktails are going to require some shaking, but that's okay, because a simple shaker isn't very expensive. It's not hard to use, so I still consider these drinks to be quite simple. Let's get started with the easiest one of the bunch. This one's called the 69er. Get it? 69er. This one is kind of like a Rum and Coke with a little bit of a twist on it. So, it's going to be built in a glass. So we're just going to need a simple glass. I'm going to fill this thing full of ice. Alright. Glass full of ice. Easy enough. The first ingredient is going to be our rum. This is going to be the primary ingredient. It's going to be 1.5 ounces of the rum. It doesn't have to be Bacardi. Any light rum will do the trick. And something else that a lot of people should have around is peach schnapps. Peach schnapps is the most common type of schnapps. And even though it's not incredible, it's pretty common. People like it. And I don't mind it myself. So it's going to be 1/2 ounce of peach schnapps. And all we're going to do, once we have our Bacardi and our peach schnapps in there, is we're going to take some Coca-Cola, or any kind of cola for that matter, and we're just going to top that up. It's built. If you want to give it a nice little stir, it wouldn't hurt. I see there's a little bit of rum kind of floating around in the bottom, so a little stir is not that harmful. And that is all you need to do to make the 69er. Alright, so that was a 69er. Most people know about rum and soda. That's pretty common. The next one is a little bit different. Not entirely different, but still, nonetheless, it is called the Rum and Coco. This is not chocolate, not that cocoa. We're talking about coconut. So this is going to utilize rum. In this case, I'm actually opting to go with a spiced rum. I have this stuff here, private stock. The recipe I saw called for a regular aged rum. However, I think the spices will play well with the coconut flavor in this. And also, a pineapple flavored rum would be great in this as well to give it a real nice tropical flavor. Regardless, very simple to make as well. We're going to start with a scoop of ice into a rocks glass. So, nice glass full of ice. And the rum, we're going to keep the rum nice and heavy on this drink. It's going to be 2 ounces of the rum. A nice little spiced rum. The reason I chose it is because it's going to really bring out a lot. So, we're going to top this with some coconut water. Just any coconut water will do. If you have a special brand you're interested in or whatnot, feel free. And like I said, if it's something that you had a pineapple rum or something like that, that would go well in there as well. A little tiny stir, and you have yourself the Rum and Coco. Okay, so the last one does require a little bit of shaking. Most of my simplistic drinks don't, but you know, a shaker tin is really easy to find. Walmart sells the 3-part ones with the built-in strainers. That's not typically what I go with, but you know what? In a pinch, it'll do the job. So if you're interested enough to be watching a channel like this, you should probably have a shaker available. If not, you know, a cup, put your hand on top, shake it with some ice. If that's what you got, that's what you got. So that is all you're going to need to make a simple daiquiri cocktail. Now, this drink is simple, although not as simple as the rest that I've made on here, but, you know, not bad, not bad. We're going to start off with some light rum. Bacardi is a good choice for that. And we're going to put in 2 ounces of light rum into a tin that we want to shake with. Alright, so we're also going to start, and I use typically fresh fruits. If you don't have fresh available and you have lime juice in a bottle, that's fine too. Typically it's going to be an ounce, roughly an ounce. And honestly, that's if you're using the bottled stuff. Typically it's 1 full lime. 1 full lime will get you just about to an ounce. Yep, just right on the money. To an ounce. So that's going to go into the shaker tin as well. And the last part is 3/4 an ounce of simple syrup. The simple syrup is just water and sugar. A 1-to-1 ratio or a 2-to-1 with 2 parts sugar, 1 part water if you want it to be a little extra sweet. This particular batch is 1-to-1. And that is going to go in there. Once again, that's 3/4 of an ounce of the simple syrup. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this and give this a nice shake with some ice. So we have a nice shaker full of ice. And we're going to give this a good shake till it gets nice and cold, frosty on the outside. Okay, I did a little jig. You don't have to do a little jig when you shake. That's my quarantine jig, if you would. This is just going to get strained into a chilled cocktail glass. This is a nice, refreshing drink. This is kind of the rum variant of a margarita. So if you like margaritas, you got some rum laying around, a daiquiri is about the equivalent of a margarita. So I put lime wheels on them to garnish. If you don't have one, don't feel bad. But that is how you make a daiquiri cocktail. Well, that is it. That is my 3 simplistic rum cocktails. You can make these easily at home. No problem at all. You don't need a lot of ingredients, and most of what you need you can find in a grocery store. I mean, it's not TP. You should be able to come across this stuff pretty easy. So if you're self-quarantining and you would like to see even more of my cocktails, click down below, hit that bell icon. That way you're going to get notified anytime I post something new. Till then, I want to thank you for watching this, and remember that if this idiot can do it, so can you. Cheers.